if I can somehow figure out how to make this idler pulley not idle by, I don't know, sticking something in there, like maybe hot glue or something, possibly I can have this idler pulley stick to the rest of the brush roll, and then everything would turn as one. Well, that's the idea anyway. Enter into the picture one hot glue gun with one hot glue stick. So here it is, hot glue and all. Isn't that fantastic looking? So now this idler pulley is attached to the rest of the brush roll. So it'll work, but the question is it going to work for seconds, minutes, hours? Let's find out. So here's the general idea. Once that's in there. This is the original semi-chewed belt. So that might make a difference. But I don't think I have anything to lose. So let's see what happens. Okay, everything's reassembled. But the belt that's in here is extremely stretched. And I guarantee it's probably going to slip to some degree. So I don't think this whole setup's going to have that much torque. And I have the, I guess, pulley system, you could call it, switched over to bare floor and taped down, as you've seen in previous videos. So this is just an initial test, but I don't think this is going to have that much torque because the belt is, well, pretty much gone. Nice. What I was looking for is to see if the belt was actually going to slip off or move one way or another, and it didn't. So I'm okay with that. Well, not bad. I think I got to work on, I don't know, getting some other type of belt in there, or maybe even putting an OEM belt in there so it has more torque than it currently does. But you know what? I'm pretty impressed that it still, well, it appears to work. What can I say? All right, gonna keep working on it. Well, let's try this. Slippy belt and all. Okay, so the belt's so slippy that when I actually put the spinning power nozzle with the brush on the carpet, it just essentially stops. But you know what it doesn't do? The belt does not slip off. So let me grab another belt for this thing and see if it makes any improvement. I made every effort to try to find a genuine Hoover NanoLite belt. So they seem to be unavailable at the typical local stores, Walmart, Meijer, Lowe's, Home Depot, etc. You can order them online, but it will take several days to get them. And I wanted to make an attempt, however pathetic it may be, to do a whole house carpet cleaning with Wade results. So I looked around in my stash of belts, and the closest thing I found that works, and I use that term slightly loosely, is the Bissell Power Force Compact Belt. It's a little too wide, has maybe a little too much tension on it, but I don't have any money in this machine at all. So if it goes poof or boom or smokes or whatever it is, oh well, I guess that's fine, kinda. So let's see how much that bin weighs. And I've gone through the normal process of cleaning everything out that you've seen in previous videos. We get lucky with this bin because I can just measure it just like that. And it sits on that scale just fine. All right, I'm going to call it at 397.93 grams. So I wonder if I even remember how to vacuum, since Mrs. Lab has been doing this for, well, probably at least 10 weeks. So here goes nothing. And if something goes boom or goes up in smoke, you'll see it. will go a little farther underneath, but I'm going to limit this test to just 1,000 square feet. Pooped out. Okay, I think we may have some kind of a failure. I haven't identified it yet, but I heard something spin down, although nothing smells. Well, let me check it again, but it seems like something slipping, or maybe something broke. Doesn't seem to be very clear to me just yet. Yep. So we lost something. There you go. So there's the point of failure. So we'll take it downstairs and we'll see exactly what gave up. Might have just been the belt. Time for the autopsy. Well, the belt is not in that bad a shape. Okay. So that must mean it's something else, I suppose. Ah, yes. Okay, so the hot glue right there. So I thought maybe it could be a belt, but the thing is, that belt's fine. The hot glue, right, well, overheated and then actually melted. So that's funny. Let's see if I can get that off. Okay, it's sticky. There we go. Big ball of goo. Yeah, so that's funny. But it made it for a number of minutes, didn't it? But the hot glue, or at least this hot glue, this is a low temperature glue. If I used a higher quality glue, it probably wouldn't have done that. But it doesn't look like any real damage is done. Some inconvenience, to be sure. Oh, this is like chewing gum. There we go. Hell yeah. Yep. No real damage done. So there, you can see that. So the low temperature, inexpensive hot glue just simply came unglued. It just melted. So that's what was happening. So it didn't have enough strength to handle the heat of the brush roll. So this started turning again, but it didn't do any damage to this at all. How interesting. Wonder if we got any dirt in that filter. So the brush roll is essentially unscathed. I have to figure out a way to lock these two pieces down again sometime in the future. But let's go and see how much we managed to pick up. Okay, I'm going to call it at 399.93 minus 397.93. Okay, so two grams, but we only did about, I'm just going to loosely say about 300 square feet. So it's picking up. Definitely was still picking up, even in the, crazy condition that it was in. How about we go and check out what the dirt looks like, or at least what I can manage to get out of that filter, because that's really where most of it is. I see a little bit of human hair in there. Other than that, not really a whole lot. So it's got to be all in that filter. All right, so got to do this. Maybe even a little bit of that. Maybe even by hand. Ooh, bunch of dirt came out. Look at all of that. Yep, we got a bunch of dirt out. Yep, we did. And if I take this filter off, here, see what's in there. You see that? And we still have more. So there you go. There's your 2 grams or so in a very small area. There's the wife's hair. There's fibrous material. And there's fine dust in there somewhere. Not a whole lot, or at least medium dust, I might say. Okie dokie. So I don't know if we're going to have a chance to see anything else anytime soon, but hey, you never know. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more wacky stuff.